It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Koss.
Well, I know he had a good time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the madness that is the holidays. Whatever you celebrate, hopefully you're enjoying them. This is a Swipe Wrong podcast. I am your host. I am Koss. I am that guy. I am the one who's going to take you through whatever it is that we're going to take you through. Welcome to the number one show that of people who enjoy Thanksgiving over Christmas. We'll roll with that. So there's quite a few of them out there. Christmas movies, like plenty of them, right? Like if you have a friend who is not quoting Christmas Vacation, they should just not be your friend anymore. Like they should, right about now, they should be quoting Christmas Vacation. But Thanksgiving movies, you don't find too many of them. Like the only one that really comes to mind, and I'm sure there's more, is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. They're trying to get home for Christmas, and that is so good. If you haven't seen it, see it. Hilarious. What to talk about? So this week, first, like, follow, subscribe, tell everybody about us, get the word out there. I want to hear everybody's story. Call me, text me, 317-426-6616. Show is produced by Jay Pelham. He is the great and powerful Oz. He is the one behind the curtain. He does it all. And if you're a little shy and you don't want to text or you don't want to call and you just want to email your story, you can do that at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. I truly, line them up. Trying to get about 30 shows just done over the next couple of weeks to carry us through the holidays. So let me know. And you may think, it's funny, I could think of at least 8 to 10 people that we've had on the show that think that their story just, it was okay. Didn't matter all that much. But once they talked about it and got on and just kind of got it out there, one, it was a great episode, and two, it was cathartic for them. And I made a new buddy one way or another. So please tell us your story this week. Kind of things that go wrong. Yeah, sure, that's kind of the premise of the show. But do you ever have that friend who's just constantly delusional, maybe, about what's going on or how things are going, and you don't know how to talk to them about it? Well, we kind of had a conversation about that. And it was kind of good. It was kind of fun. Always a good time. So sit back, relax, enjoy, put your feet up, grab your popcorn, get it buttered, and throw some caramel, sea salt, whatever you want to throw on there. If you're in traffic, please do me a favor. Don't hit that person next to you. And actually, what I've never said, and I should say, don't let that person hit you either. No, that's not okay. Don't let them hit you. And enjoy this episode. We'll call this When Things Go Wrong, What Do You Do?
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
So I guess it's cool how this stuff kind of comes out. We're sitting here, we're realizing that we're going to talk about something. Not exactly sure how we're going to go down, but we just know that every time you and I have a conversation, it ends up fucking gold. Which actually was probably in some sort of adult film somewhere called Fucking Gold. I don't know.
Usually.
Yeah, right. Usually. Yeah. So, and then this just ends up being perfect. So with you, and I know, between Beach and Easta, Date Like a Dude, which I don't know that you do all that much, which it's too bad because it's so great. You're welcome. Now, you've seen other women who have done, the faux pas, we'll say. I don't know, some I don't delusional. I don't want to say that seems like a little harsh, but
We'll leave it up to
maybe.
everybody to decide.
Yeah, okay. There you go. You kind of saved me out of that one. We'll leave it up to. So let me shut up. So you ran into some instances where some women had some thought it'd be a good idea to surprise guys or something. Tell some stories.
Well, yes, absolutely. I have many, but the top
You
one,
have many, yes. Yes, you do. I love it.
I have a lot of stupid friends. I love them, but they're stupid. Um, yeah, no, I had a best friend in my early 20s and we lived together and she dated my ex-boyfriend. Okay, fine. Well, we it wasn't fine back then, but we got over it. And but then once that relationship was over, she had moved on to his good friend. And there was a instance where there was like a physical connection that happened once. I don't know if it happened beyond just that one time, but anyway, it sounded like it had dwindled and she wanted it to go farther than where it was at.
Right.
So she got the brilliant idea of, oh, why don't I know where he's hanging out tonight? He's hanging out at a bar with the ex-boyfriend and all his friends. And I think he's just going to I'm sorry, I think I'm going to win him over by showing up unannounced and he's just gonna fall in love with me. So
What?
yeah. And I'm just listening to this story sitting on the edge of my seat and just wondering what's going to happen next. I already know what's going to happen next, but I was just curious. I just love hearing her thought process. So anyway, she put on a really great outfit according to her, and
Oh,
then
okay.
showed
Okay.
up.
Have to
And
have that.
yeah, which okay,
Hair
that's
done.
points for
Hair,
that.
mic, yep, all that, right? Had to be done. And by the
Yeah.
way, watch your mic, by the way.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
okay. It's doing all right. Hair, makeup, clothes, all to the nines, right?
Yep, all to the nines. Which points for that because I do that myself. I'm like,
As
oh,
you
I
should,
have
yeah.
to. I have to. That's
Okay.
I'll feel good and it'll be good.
And that's the
But
main thing. Feeling good. Got to feel good,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. I think that's a wise choice. Feel
Right.
good and
For sure.
it should be good. But couple it with some sanity there. And I think that's
Oh,
what I was
well,
hoping.
yeah. Well played. Okay. Absolutely.
I
Love
think
that.
that was the missing ingredient to that entire
The
thing.
sanity.
I love
That's
her by the
fair.
way, but just not loving her thought process. But she went for it. She went
Right.
for it. And yeah, it probably almost landed her a restraining order because the guy was not turned on by seeing her cruising and just out of nowhere looking for him,
Had
wanting to
no
hang
idea
out.
she was coming, right? And he's sitting there with his friend who happened to be your ex and her ex or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It was a shared ex that we had. And yeah, it was amazing that he did not find her irresistible in that moment.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And
Amazing.
this guy actually to this day watches every single story I post on my Instagram. Every single one.
That's crazy you can
Oozes
see
me
that.
with
I didn't know you said that.
compliments. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Really? Uh, do you tag her in any of these?
I should send screenshots.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she'd love every second of that. Oh my goodness.
She's married now and has a couple kids and all
Uh,
that good stuff. So she's
uh,
well deep into that end. But I mean, if she were a single woman today, man, would I give her
oh,
some tips and tricks to help her in that department?
oh my gosh. I can't imagine what they were thinking. I like just at that moment when they saw that happen and just how it shook out, that would just absolutely blow me away. That's
Yeah,
insane.
not in a good way either.
No, no, jeez, that's insane to me. Um,
Yeah.
So like when you run in like all right, so that's one scenario like where you've had friends who have done things along those lines. But how about like I
Mhm.
think is there other instances where maybe some friends or people maybe we're hanging out with dudes that you knew were hanging out with other not dudes and
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
okay. How did that like kind of sort of shake out?
Well, so I moved in with two guys about 7 8 years, no, 7 years ago, and both good looking guys. One was a little bit more good looking than the other, and he used to be a model, and he would just get women left and right. But he was also kind of a relationship guy, and he ended up in a relationship with this very pretty girl, and they dated seriously. It got like to the point of like moving in. So things, were like pretty, well established. But he ended up breaking up with her. And this chick was like just super distraught. And when I moved in as their third roommate, she heard about it, found me, befriended me. And at the time I had my surf shop, paddleboard shop, and she cruises in and befriends me. And I didn't know who she was until another roommate was like, "Oh, that's so and so's ex-girlfriend." And I think she's trying to be your friend to kind of get back together with the roommate. And I was
Oh
like, "Oh,
wow.
okay. Thanks for the heads up." And so I was like, she was nice. So I was like, okay, harmless, whatever. But anyway, and he was right. This chick kept, just gushing about my roommate, the hot roommate that she really wanted to get back together with. And my heart broke for this girl because she was really just
Uh,
like hung up on him.
uh.
And I was like, and you can listen to that for a while until you start getting fucking annoyed. And you're like, oh my God, girl, let me help you out. This man brings home a brand new chick every single night. You want to know why? How I know? Because my room is right next door at the walls are thin. I was like, and by the way, I timed that shit and only lasts 45 seconds. So you dodged a bullet there.
Oh no! Oh,
And then they're gone. So you're not missing out on much there, sweetheart.
we call that when the stopwatch talks. Oh no!
I actually humiliated him in front of his buddies. What I said that one time because I got so pissed that he was not respecting the whole like shut the fuck up in like after a certain hour.
Yeah.
And I totally outed him on that one. And all his buddies were just like, oh my God, no way. Yeah, he didn't talk to me for a while, but we're fine now.
Oh
But
well, I
anyway,
mean, yeah, I'm sure you were really broken up about that one. Like, what are you
oh,
gonna do?
super broken.
Gonna not
I
talk
ended
to
up
me for
hooking up with his,
45 seconds?
oh no, I ended up hooking up with his hot older brother and that made it even worse. I was like, good.
That is welcome to Date Like a Dude, Volume
Yeah,
10. That's
take
so great.
the bull by the horns there, sweetheart. Yeah,
That's so
no, it was
great.
that was a whole other thing. But at one point I was like, let me help this girl out and enlighten her on what goes on behind closed doors. And that what was going on. And there was even a night where he brought like two girls home separately, like one at 9 o'clock
Wow.
and one at closing time.
Wow, really?
Yeah. More ass than a toilet seat.
So when you told her that, like, did she have any, like, did she finally start letting up or was she unfazed?
Unfazed. Like she
Really?
would still hang on and I convinced her to start seeing other guys and I think that worked for a little bit of the time. But she would always just kind of circle back. And you know what? Actually, I shouldn't say this, but I kind of want to say this because it's just a little piece of the story. But
Well, I
they
want to
did
let
end up
you.
married.
They
They
ended
ended
up
up married.
married? Oh,
Yeah, he
really?
ended up marrying her. They're actually
Whoa.
married right now.
That's
Not
pretty
sure how long
amazing
it'll
though.
last.
So
But
So like, but either way, like her ignoring everything led to possibly happily ever after. I don't know.
we'll still see. We'll still see. Like it's all anybody's guess. Because I
Yeah,
mean,
totally,
she got the
totally.
marriage, but will it last?
Wow.
That's to be
Well,
seen. So
we could be fair in saying do any of them. I mean, like it's like
that's true.
I mean, I
We're 0
cheer
for
for
3 over
it.
here.
Yeah, I cheer for it. Don't get me wrong, but between yeah, you, me, you, me, and our other sister, we're definitely 0 for 3.
Yeah,
We're definitely, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but hey, here's to it. I mean, that's
Here's
awesome.
to it.
If
But yeah, it was pretty incredible. This woman held on, she believed, and maybe that's the key ingredient. You hang on and believe, and then just go date other dudes while you're waiting and hanging on. But I don't recommend it. It's just, I mean, why? There's
well,
no need to do that.
yeah, I mean, in fairness, right? Like, the situations we talk about on the show and in the dating culture that's out there right now, like I know a lot of people have a lot of options and can figure a lot of things out, but like if you're holding on to that one and you're holding on for, like you're putting yourself through so much emotional trauma as it is anyway, that at one point, like in their marriage, I can't imagine there isn't some sort of trust issues to where, well, you've been out with all these other people and I was around to see it. Like, what makes me think that you're not doing it now? Like, that's just got to be a hard thing to overcome.
Yeah, I think it takes a certain type of tolerance. And this girl is not American, by the way. She's definitely from another country.
Now they're gonna
But
say planet. That's gonna
might as well, I guess.
totally thought that
Say
was coming.
freedom a little different over there.
Yeah, I totally thought
But
that was coming. Uh,
no, she just she was a little different about it. She was a little unfazed and was convinced. So
yeah, like I mean, if it works out, that's awesome. I mean, like part of our many conversations that we've had tonight is the pursuit of happiness. Like, dude, people finding ways to be happy. And if this was her path and it ends up that they make it, good. That's awesome. That's
yeah. Oh
amazing. And,
yeah.
and I know that's not what you're cheering for that too. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But what an odd path, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. To just kind of sit there and wait and watch and know all the things, like that's I would like a better path.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
where they're not the focus. It's like, okay, bye. Like, let's me just completely move on.
I think I have enough shit to work through that I don't need to add more shit to work through as I'm trying to find like that just seems like
True.
you're going through the process and you're adding like so much harder things to overcome.
You're
I'm
still
trying to
raising yourself at this point.
right?
You're still raising yourself. Like, how are you going to bring baggage from a relationship like
Yep.
that had just gone,
I bring my own trust, I bring my own closeness, I bring my own saying how much I care about somebody. I bring all of that as an issue. But then if I'm trying to pursue somebody and I see that and hear that they are out with other people and I feel that they're not interested in me, I'm not going to keep pursuing that person. It's just like that's
right?
like if I do, that's going to cause that other issue on top of all the other ones I already have.
Exactly. Exactly. Like either this chick has like balls of steel that just don't get broken, or
Yeah,
she was suffering. And yeah, I try to alleviate as much suffering as I can with my
that's fair.
own emotional world. That
Yeah.
if someone else is coming into my world and bringing it, or if I'm choosing to bring it in my world and it's coming from another person, then that's my own choice. Like, and I those aren't choices I usually am in support of.
And shouldn't that person be your soft landing, make you feel good spot, not the center of more anxiety?
Right. I think so.
Yeah. All right. But look, if it works for her, awesome. It would not work for me.
Same with
Yeah.
you on that.
Yeah.
With you
Yeah.
on
It's
that.
and look, dating's hard enough. There's so many other things you got to work through. And look, I like, again, there's so many options. Um, so some of the stuff, like it seems like you were talking earlier, like DMs are just the thing, right? Are you just getting DM'd like crazy?
Yeah, it's like a tie between Instagram and Facebook. I think,
Really?
yeah, maybe Facebook is a little bit more rampant than Instagram.
Really? Okay. Damn,
Mhm.
that's crazy. And they're really multiple a day. I mean, like if you were to guess how many you get in a week, is it quite a few?
Yeah, yeah. It's like all purposely they've slowed down because the way that I put a profile photo up, I usually put something like off-putting
Oh, okay.
to
Okay.
as a way to eliminate, to keep the interest away. Because
Okay.
I'm not meeting my soulmate on Facebook. I'm sorry. Like I'm not. Like it's not happening
Weird.
there.
Weird. Can't imagine that. Do you get a lot of friend requests? Just random friend requests?
Tons.
Do you really?
Oh my God. Like I should send you a screenshot of like the wait list that is
Really?
like has been accumulating for years. Yeah,
Okay.
a
Okay.
lot.
Please. Yeah, because I swear, and I'm recording on this tomorrow, that Facebook is changing its algorithm to where more and more women are just popping up, and it's almost turning into the new culture of hit the friend request and then hit them in the DM.
Yeah, I it's kind of yeah, it's definitely more like a dating site now,
Yeah,
like Facebook. Yeah.
it
Do you
feels that
get
way.
as a man, do you get random Facebook requests by women?
So the way I have my Facebook set up, people can follow me, so I don't have to see the requests. Like all of a sudden, I'll have followers, and it's just like if you turn it into a business account, so you don't really have to approve friend requests. All of a sudden, they're just there. But at the same time, if they're not friends, like if they send an instant message, it goes into like the junk drawer. It doesn't like you have to really look to find it. It's not in your main inbox. So that kind of helps filter it out, I guess, too. Not like I'm getting bombarded. I don't want to make it sound like that. Definitely nothing like I'm sure what you're getting. But my stuff that I post is just funny, so I get that more than anything.
The more like conversational like responses.
Yeah, I'll get in every now and then I'll get, hey, your profile picture looks cute, and immediately I think, what are you setting me up for? What's going on? What
Are you
type of
really a
link?
chick?
Yeah, what type of link are you trying to get me to click on? There's something happening here. And I'll
It's a
usually
setup.
and it could totally be real. It could totally be real, but I'm like, what's the setup here? There's some
Yeah.
sort of Facebook scam coming through that I
Too
don't
good to be
trust.
true.
Yep. You and like it's always broken ass English, So I like I feel like I should feel like you quiero Taco Bell, like the old dog in the commercials or something. You
You
know?
and my client, just we were just talking about that as well, where he's like a scientist and he has like many, many companies, older man, very smart. And he was mentioning how like he gets broken English
Mhm,
messages
mhm.
from pretty women, but with men names like Jack.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
I.
really?
Yeah, yeah, I don't think I've had that before. That he must attract a whole different type of crazy
Oh, yeah.
crazy bot than I do. I get a different type of bot than he does.
We're talking about it, and he was kind of looking at me like, "Is it okay to talk about this?" And I'm just like, "Okay,
Oh
so
my
what kind of
gosh!
naked photo did you see that you liked, and
Yeah,
that
right.
convinced you to buy whatever they're selling?"
Oh, did he click the link? Tell him not to click the link.
It was
Like,
the best meeting we had at what used to be the Spot in Hermoso. It's now called
oh,
Proudly Serving.
I
It's
know
a
what you're
burger
talking
joint
about.
now.
Sure.
But we literally had like an hour conversation about this when I was like there to like for him to tell me about more about his marketing because that's what I'm helping him with or whatever. But it was like, okay, well,
Oh, that's
what
so
naked
great.
picture were you just drooling over and
Was
convinced
is
you to
this
buy?
is this your friend that I know?
No, this
Oh,
is
okay.
he's
Different one.
different. Yeah,
Okay.
different guy. Yeah.
Okay. All right, crazy.
But I mean, he's pretty much the same as all my other
yeah,
older
yeah,
buddies.
yeah, right, fair enough. Fair enough. It's crazy
It's
though.
great.
Like it's nonstop. Like the moment you think you're kind of in the clear, there's some sort of new way somebody's coming at you.
They're always thinking. They're not
Yeah.
lazy people. They're
No.
always thinking. They want their goals met. So look at them go.
I was hanging with a friend today and he was getting ready to go to work and he's like, man, I'm like going, I'm lazy. And I'm like, you know what's not lazy? It's like, what? I'm like, your fucking bills, bro. Go to work. So they show up every day and they're not going to stop. You need to do the same.
They're always on time.
They're
They're
not
always there for
lazy.
you. They're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
there for you.
They're not going to quit. They're going to keep showing up. So if you don't
Thick and
go,
thin.
they're working harder than you are, and you never want that to happen.
You can always count on them.
Right?
God love them.
Oh, well, I guess I'd be remiss if I didn't ask if you have anything going on in your dating life recently.
Um, well, I'm still talking to my celebrity crush.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That's
He's
going well.
he's still in my life. Yeah, yeah. I was telling him to start going on tour and making LA one of his stops. So,
How is it not though? Like besides the point, like how is it not?
well, his logic is that most of his beats are in the Midwest and the South. So he's
Huh.
kind of worried like he's not going to be a big deal out here. So I had to hype him up. I'm like, you're a big deal. You're a big deal out here.
I mean,
So
that just seems like it's California's so big. Like there's a really big like anywhere from LA to San Diego. Just pick a spot. I mean, like
oh
there's
yeah,
jeez.
100%, 100%. I I think these celebrity people have the same type of fragile egos that we do.
Oh my gosh.
They need a little encouragement every now and again.
Oh.
I
All
actually
right, that's fair.
I kind of went to bat for him like on Instagram where I'll occasionally plug in like his name just to kind of like keep his name out there and like keep it going or whatever. And in chats that are like they're the big leagues like the Chris Stapleton and like the ones with these like really great powerful voices that's been around for a while. And he's been around for like 5 years, 4 years,
I got
but
you.
he's still kind of new, but he's definitely like has worked his way in and up. But yeah, I literally was plugging in his name. I was like, oh yeah, Chris Stapleton's great, but have you heard this guy? Like this guy's even better. Like people are like, what? And one guy was like, not even close. I'm like, oh man, closer than close. You have no idea. Go check him out. Like any news. There's no such thing as bad press. So I'm just like
No,
going
give
on.
it a shot. Yeah. Yeah, give it a shot. You never know. He's
Like,
probably he's
oh
probably digging every second of it.
yeah. He's like, oh, there she goes again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, you kind of got a little something consistent going.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's there. He's in
Yeah.
Tennessee and we talk like every now and again and yeah, still going.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
But other than that, I'm it's actually been kind of because I moved and I don't know, I've just been so busy with like my house and
yeah.
getting all that together.
Well, when
So
they come up, we'll be talking.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Big stories, big material.
Well, I think on this time it was the what not to do episode.
Oh yeah. Just don't any ideas like that. Just say no to those.
Yeah, yeah. Don't
Just
show
go
up at a
home.
random bar.
Go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah. Thank you for being along for the ride on the Swipe Wrong podcast. The show is produced by Jay Pelham. You want to reach out to us? We want to hear your story. 317-426-6616. Make sure to text, leave a voicemail. We'll get back to you. Shoot us an email at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, Insta, Twitter, YouTube. We are definitely out there. I am the host of the show. My name is Chaos. And please make sure to take a listen to us next week because the saga, it continues.